Well, hello there, friends. I'm making something I love for you today. Gumbo. I'm gonna make my gumbo. I make it with chicken, I make it with shrimp, I make it with andouille sausage. Oh, when you taste it, it's fabulous. Remember, friends, don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel and don't forget to ring that bell. And stay tuned because we're making gumbo right now together. Okay, friends, let me show you how I make my version. I'm gonna add a bunch of delicious things in there. Andouille sausage, a little smoked sausage, a little shrimp, and all kind of goodies. It's gonna be delicious. All right, friends. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flavor the flour that I'm gonna put on the chicken. And I'm using Creole seasoning, and I will publish all of the seasoning, all of the spice that I put in there, folks. So I'll give you the exact recipe, and we also have it on our site if you don't want to bother making it. And this recipe is dear to me. I used to make it all the time at the school. I teach people how to make it. The person that influenced me the most in making it was Paul Prudhomme. Paul Prudhomme is a friend of mine and a lovely, lovely, lovely man. And the godfather of Cajun cuisine, of Louisiana cuisine. An amazing man. And he told me so many things about this food and also about being a chef. Sadly, we lost him a few years ago, but he was such a generous, such a kind person. I just put a half a cup of clarified butter. You can make a roux. We're going to make a dark roux here, friends. You can make a roux with oil, or you can make it with clarified butter. Oh, excuse me. It's the spice I just put in. They finally got to my nose. And so you can make it with oil. It's really up to you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use his method. I got to tell you later on some of the stuff that he told me. It was the time when I was releasing my first cookbook, and I was on a national tour, and I was going to be doing Larry King, the show with Larry King, and Paul said to me, "You got to cook on Larry King. You know, don't go out there and just talk about your book. You got to cook." And I says, "Well, it's a radio show, Paul. How am I going to cook on the radio?" He said, "Here's what you do." I got to wait for this to be hotter. And I got the flour in there. What's going to happen, though, we're going to make the roux with this. So some of the flour is going to stick to the bottom. I have to be very careful. And so he says, what you're going to do, you're going to get yourself in a suitcase, a little portable stove. And a portable stove, I said, what a great idea. So sure enough, I go to the studio and the producers, "You got your suitcase with you? You can leave it here." I said, no, I take my suitcase with me all the time with the stove in there. They said, "Don't tell anybody, you're going to cook on the radio." So sure enough, and so I sit down, Larry King says, "Oh, you got this new book." It was called Sunshine Cuisine. "You got this new book you're promoting." And I said, "Larry, I'm going to cook for you." He said, "It's a radio show." I said, "Yeah." So Larry King started, "Let's cook on the radio" with Chef Jean-Pierre. It was an amazing show. And sure enough, my segment was supposed to be 8 minutes, ended up being 30 minutes. It kept me on for 30 minutes on the show. It was fabulous. So, and I remember him telling me, "Boy, you did good. That was really good." I had the little suitcase. I opened it up. It was one of those trays that you get in the restaurants. I put it in. I had a little gas stove, and I cooked him a shrimp dish that was amazing. So look, guys, let's make sure this butter is hot, and we're going to put it in here, and we're going to brown the chicken. Now Paul would do this in oil, and there's nothing wrong with it. I just think clarified butter works better. Not our opinion, though. There's nothing wrong with oil, okay? You do it however you want it. And then we're going to use some of the flour, and we're going to use, of course, some of the butter to make the roux. So now, friends, we're going to wait. We're going to wait for this to get golden brown. So that's our only opportunity is now. So we're going to wait a few minutes, and it's beautiful golden brown. And then I'm going to take it out. I'm going to put it on the side, and then we're going to start making the roux. All right? So we'll be back in a few minutes when this is beautiful golden brown. Okay, so you see, friends, this took a long time. I mean, you probably didn't see it because we break it up. But this could take a good, if you do it in clarified butter, it's going to take a good 5-7 minutes. We're going to wait for the other side, and then we're going to get into the pot. Okay, friends, so now I'm going to take them off. And now we have a little bit of the chicken fat, a little bit extra. And now we're going to make our roux. So now this is the technique that Paul was using, and it works really good. So now you see, we have in the bottom, now we have all the burnt bits and of the flour, and it smells amazing already, friends. All right, so now we're going to put a half a cup of the flour, and then we're going to make our roux. Okay, and we're going to make our roux, and we're going to introduce the flour. And we're going to make sure that, now what's going to happen, friends, it's going to take a while now. I'm going to add a little bit more than a half a cup because it looks like it could take, I'm going to add another quarter cup. And of course, I'm using the same flour that's got the Cajun seasoning in there. So I got 3/4 cup of flour. And now what I'm going to do, my friends, now it's very important now, then you mix the bottom of it because otherwise we're going to have some burnt bits. And now we're going to mix, and we're going to mix, and we're going to mix until we have a dark brown roux. Now, all we do is until it was really, really, really dark roux, until it started smoking. I don't really like it that dark, friends. I know some of you are going to say, well, that's not real gumbo, but you can make it really dark if you want. As a matter of fact, we will put a link to a video where I showed you all of the different types of roux that I make. And it just takes a while to cook it, and you'll see you can make it, and it's not that difficult, and it gives you a true sense of a real gumbo if you make it really, really, really dark. But that's really up to you. So we're going to cook it until it's dark golden brown, and this is going to take a good 20-25 minutes. So we're going to take our time. We're going to do it nice, and Jack is probably going to show you some stage of it. He's going to capture it, and he's going to show you what it's going to look like after it starts getting brown. But you cannot let it go, folks. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to come back in 20 minutes. No. But what happens is the flour falls in the bottom, and the flour burns, okay? So we don't want it to burn. So we're going to continue cooking it, but we're going to mix it. So stay here, get yourself a drink, and get yourself a nice beer, cold beer, watch something, talk to some friends, listen to some music, have a good time. We're making roux. We're making a dark brown roux for a beautiful gumbo. Be back in a minute. Okay, friends. Well, I changed, the spoon was getting difficult, and the spatula made it easier. So at this point, you have like a heavy paste, if you will, and it's not dark like some of you like to make it. You know, you like to make it where it's dark chocolate. This is the way I like it. You want to make it like a dark chocolate? We'll give you the link of when we made it on the channel, and you'll see. And there's also a link to a video of a wonderful channel. It's called La Roux, I believe, right? La Roux channel, I believe. But we'll send you a link also to this guy. He does a beautiful job, and he'll show you exactly how to do it. All right, friends. So now we're going to saute our, so you make it darker if you want. Trust me, this is, to me, good enough. It smokes already. We're going to put our onion in there. Onion is always number one. Don't forget. All right, we're going to saute our onion in there, friends. And then we're going to put our bell peppers. Now, you're supposed to put only green bell peppers, but you know what? I had some red bell peppers. I'm putting those in there. And now we have this paste-like a thing going on. We're going to saute that for a second. And now we're going to start putting stocks, you see? And that's when we're going to start building a beautiful texture. So right there, I will give you the exact amount of stock that I'm putting in, friends. And that's when we start building it. And you'll see, it's beautiful. And this is how you build the color, you see. And we're going to cook this and cook this. And then we're going to put the chicken and we're going to put the sausage. Going to put all those goodies in there. And you see, it's got that beautiful chocolate color in there now, you see. We're starting to see it. Now, we're going to give a head start to those vegetables, friends. You see how beautiful it is? And we're going to put the celery in there. And I think Paul did not put any celery in his. He just put the green bell peppers. I don't believe he added celery. Yeah, he did put celery. Yes, he did put celery in there. You see, so now look, we got this beautiful paste. It looks beautiful. Smells amazing now that I got. And we're going to put this in here. We're going to keep it. I like to keep it a little thicker. Some people make it really soupy. I like to keep it a little thicker. So now what we're going to do, friends, we're going to cook this for a while now, you see. Get all the vegetables nice and tender, not too completely, just a good 15 minutes start. And then we'll put all the rest of the ingredients. Now, I'm also going to add shrimp in there. That's one thing that he never did in there, but I like a shrimp in there too. So what I do, friends, ooh, I almost lost my garlic. What I'm going to do here, friends, I'm going to show you, I'm going to cut the shrimp in half because, you know, I like to do this. Let me just get a little more heat in there, friends. I had lower the heat. That's beautiful. And what I'm going to do here is I got the shrimp, and what I like to do, because one of them is difficult, you'll have to go in there and cut it. So what I like to do is I like to take the tail off, and I do it all the time. And then I take a knife, and I go right in half. And I cut them right in half, and I make two perfect half. You see? And I got two perfect half. And they're kind of cool when they cook, they curl. And I use it all. I use this method all the time. I love it. And so then it's just the bites. You don't have to go in there and cut anything. See? You'll see. When they cook, they're wonderful. All right, friends, we're going to let this cook for a while. And then we're going to add the rest of the ingredient that doesn't require so much thing. The only thing that I'm going to do now is I am going to add a little bit of seasoning. Let it cook in there, you see? Let it cook in there a little bit. And so we got chopped garlic. I'm not exactly sure how many garlic I chopped up in there, about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. We definitely got to have garlic in there. And this is going to give it plenty of time to get soft. Okay, it's going to give it plenty of time to get soft. It's looking beautiful. I'm very pleased with it. The scallion we're going to wait at the end. And the spicy. So we got garlic. I'm going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper. Cayenne is unique in its heat. A little cayenne pepper, and also because it's from Louisiana, we're going to put a little bit of Louisiana hot sauce. It's actually a very good hot sauce. I like it to do it. Just a little bit of Louisiana hot sauce. We're going to make it a little spicy, but not too much. It's up to you. Put as much or as little as you want, my friends. So we got the andouille sausage, and we got the smoked sausage, and we got the scallion, and we got parsley, and of course, we have Paul Prudhomme Gumbo filet. It's sassafras leaves. That's his. He gave it to me, and I have almost none left. So here we have it, my friends. I'm gonna let this cook for a little while, and I'll come back on the vegetables that are a little soft, so we can finish cooking the rest. Okay? Be back in a few minutes. Okay, friends, a good 10 minutes, that's all you need to give it the vegetables. And then we're going to put the chicken in there. And we're going to submerge them. And that's all we really need to do. All right. So now we're going to let that cook. We're going to put a sausage in there as well. I want to actually test the broth to make sure. I probably don't have enough of the seasoning in it, because enough in the flour, not necessarily enough in here. I was right. So I'm going to put a little more Creole seasoning right there. That's really important. Then I'm going to put some salt, because we don't have any salt in that seasoning, or very little. And I'm going to put a little bit of the black pepper. It's still a black pepper He's so important. I'm gonna mix this up, and we're gonna let that cook, and we're gonna add a sausage as well. We're gonna give this a good 15-20 minutes, and then we will add the sausage. All right, friends? So we'll be back in a 15-20 minutes. Okay, friends, we're now gonna add the sausage. And this is gonna be delicious. I'll have exactly the amount, friends, and the amount that you need on the recipe below. Eh? Remember, for those of you that are new to the channel or not familiar exactly how YouTube works, right underneath the video, there's a description. In the description, at the end, it says, there's a link that says show more. You click on it, and it gives you a link to the recipe. I'm gonna add a little bit more stock. I don't want it to make it too liquid, so I have to be careful. But I'm gonna add a little more stock. So just a half of this right now, and we're gonna look at it together, and we're gonna decide. Now, I don't like it too liquid, but it's supposed to be liquid. So it's up to you how much liquid you put in. And then toward the end, my friends, we're gonna put the scallion, the parsley, and of course, the shrimp. We're gonna wait at the end, all right? And this should be ready in about 10-15 minutes, all right? Maybe 10 minutes. We're gonna put the shrimp at the last minute, all right? Be back in a few minutes. So it's kind of a back and forth, but otherwise I'll make the video for too long, friends. Be back in a minute. Okay, friends, we're almost at the end. Now we gotta do is put our shrimp in there, and again, you don't want to put the shrimp in there. Don't put them in. This is really very optional, okay? I just think I like to have a nice place to gumbo that's got a lot of stuff in there. So you don't want to put the shrimp in there, by all means, don't put them in, friends. It's not going to be, it's still going to be great if you don't like them, okay? I just think my plate of gumbo is going to be amazing. It's going to got all those goodies in there, and it's going to be fantastic. So we'll see you in about 5 minutes, 6 minutes when the shrimps are nicely cooked. Okay, friends? We'll be back in a minute. Okay, well, the last step, friends, is the scallion. Again, I'm not sure Paul would approve, but I like him in there, and I add him. And so we're going to put a couple of them in there. And we're going to put the gumbo filet, the sassafras leaf, to let it... give it a flavor. This is a little magic here. It's very important. And then we're going to put a little bit of a parsley right there. And we're going to let this cook. And we'll be back in about 15-20 more minutes, my friends. And we should have a beautiful cooked gumbo. Be back in a minute. Okay, friends, moments we've been waiting for. One moment I know Jack is waiting for. So we're gonna put some chicken in there. I got everything in there, friends, okay? Now, this is beautiful, my friends. I promise you, this is like gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Look at this. This is going to be amazing, I'm telling you. And then what I like to do is I like to take my shrimp and put them all the way around it. And you see how they twisted. You see? Right there. And then, my friends, I'm going to take a little bit of, and we could turn this off. I'm going to take a little bit of the parsley and put it right on there. And that plate is dirty. I got to clean up my plate because I don't like a dirty plate. And at this point, my friends, you can put whatever you want on here, but I'm telling you, this is gonna be amazing. And I'm gonna have a spoon. I think it's easier if you eat it with a spoon. Well, not the chicken, of course, but I'm not gonna eat the chicken right now. I'm gonna eat one of the shrimp. And let me tell you, friends, I'm gonna describe to you what it is that I'm testing. Okay? Oh. Let me tell you, this you have to make, my friends, okay? The caramelization of the butter to make this roux, and look at the beautiful color we got. Look at this color, my friends. This is all created by the roux. And now some people like to make it darker. You can make it darker if you like. I just think this is perfect. I think the darker roux is too much. It's too, I know it's very traditional and it's wonderful, but, you know, I like to twist a little bit of the traditional dish once in a while. And always do that. Have fun. Make it classical the first time. Make it exactly the way, and then maybe next time you want to make a darker roux or you want to make a lighter roux. It's really up to you. Remember, it's only cooking, friends. I have so much fun cooking for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching, my friends. We love to cooking for you. It's amazing. It's really, really delicious. I'm telling you. I wish you could be here. I could share with you. Delicious. And the sausage in there, really, really delicious. Thanks for watching.